Hello, it's Courageously Living You, and I'm Audra.
And I'm Sandy.
And today we're talking about
Behavior.
behavior.
Behavior. What does behavior mean? Being aware of yourself. And we're really heavy duty on this the last few weeks because when you get to ask yourself questions, you will get answers.
Mm-hmm.
And we skate through life thinking other people will jump in and give us an answer or give us some guidance or.
Yeah.
But until you ask the question and test it yourself, there's no freedom in that because we're still agreeing or assuming that someone else has the answer.
And someone's coming, or someone will save you, or someone
I
will
just
do
need a little more
something,
time.
or someone. It's always an outside source instead of an inner source, which is your truth, which is way more freedom too. When you decide, wait, I have all the answers. I just have to start asking myself.
Right.
Versus asking outside yourself, and then you get everyone's perception of what their beliefs and their behaviors and their stuff and their mindset. So
now
it's
you
like,
have two people in you, or
right,
three, or
so
four.
Then it makes it like, how do you dissect that, right? When you could skip over that and just start asking yourself, what am I feeling? What's going on? And it's really time to sit with ourselves.
Yeah.
Instead of running and leaping and looking.
Well, there's no running and leaping and looking when you don't know what you're looking for.
Well,
and the word mindset goes a long way in the coaching and mindset. But I'm telling you, you can't put the good mindset, which is what you're looking for, on how to set yourself different and just slap it on over all these things. You can't.
Like it's the whipped cream on the sundae, right?
Yeah.
And that's supposed to fix it and make it better.
Well, every time we think we're building without knowing what we had, that's critical to our growth. It's like, I want a better job. But then we're asking to say to yourself, why aren't I getting a better job? Where did it come from? Well, it came from mom and dad said that I needed a job and I shouldn't be too picky and just get one. And then when I want to move, make sure. So you bring out this little list of the rule book. So you can't put that new job reset mindset on that until you say, oh my gosh, I'm holding myself back here.
Mm-hmm.
That was for mom and that was for dad and that was great. And I know I needed a job, but now I have to figure this out for me because I want my job or my work to be meaningful to me and I want to describe it my way. So once you know that, it's an expression that comes from your heart and you start thinking differently because you moved away the foundation that you agreed with that you no longer think is true. Not that you're criticizing, it just isn't true for you. And that's what that mindset is all about. We keep thinking we're being hijacked. Yes, by ourselves, by our very self, because we have to look at that. Neville Goddard, one of the mystics of the early 1900s, says, I went to the greatest teacher ever and I had him for 5 years. And the first thing he taught me was, what are you thinking now? I want you to go home and think about where you got all these beliefs. And if you still believe them, or if you don't. And if you don't, that's a good thing. If you do, you still have to work on it because you're being hijacked by that old innocent assuming is what I call it.
Mm-hmm.
The innocent assuming of growing up in any place in the world. We believe our parents, our schools, that part. So when we come to that, we have to say, where did that come from? Why am I unhappy in my marriage? Why am I staying in my marriage? Why aren't I improving in my marriage? I mean, anything you want. The Akashic Records don't even talk to you if you don't have questions.
Mm-hmm.
And both of our different gifts are all about questions because it has to be from your heart and what you're thinking that we can help you with.
Right, to help you shift whatever that belief is or whatever that perception is, or
and it's just a
pattern.
release.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a learned pattern that we do unconsciously.
Yeah.
But we're saying now we want you to assume that it can change, and it will be a consciousness that runs your life. You don't have to do all this in one day.
No.
We're just talking about concepts that work.
And start to notice what's going on instead of just going blindly. When you're
and
noticing
putting a new mindset up is like a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
If we don't,
and when you're noticing like the feelings, start really noticing the feelings and asking the question behind that feeling, like why. I was having a good day. All of a sudden, I ran into somebody, and now I feel completely off. Okay,
what trigger
that is your trigger. That is your gift. Take it in the present moment and use it, and go back and use that same scenario and find out where was the first time that happened and how you took it on and how you made it yours, and then unmake it yours, right?
Yeah.
If somebody did the same thing and it was when you were 5 years old, it's like, oh my gosh, I took that on. I thought it was part of me. It's just an imprint, and just unstick the sticker or pull out the bookmark from the book and say, okay, great. That was that. I'm handing it back. I'm good. Okay, how do you feel? You check in with your heart again, and your heart's like, oh, yeah, right. That was not true.
Yeah, because the behavior from that person is on him or her. That's the thing that you begin to see right away, like, oh my gosh, they're projecting something onto me, and I took it on.
Yes.
And now we're saying that projection gets turned around and say, that's on them. I'm not taking that in because I don't believe it. It is me.
Yeah.
And that's really the way to look at it.
And it's funny because you could even play like a little game, because when she said that, I got like everyone comes around and puts a sticker on you. Now, sometimes we think, maybe we don't want the sticker. And that's where we have to look at that belief and say, wait a second, I don't like this sticker. You can have it and go stick it back on them. We don't need to wear everybody's sticker. We can pick and choose the stickers we like, right? Yeah. It's like, oh, well, I don't care for that. So here you go, you get it back. Here you go, you get it back. And even playing that little game is like fun of, wait a second, I don't have to wear everyone's sticker. And even that's like a belief, like we have to wear everyone's sticker. We don't. We can say, well, that's simply not ours.
That's wearing everybody's description. How can you be 50 people?
But we were taught to carry everyone, do everything, feel everything, please everything, don't say anything. There's a million things. And now we're getting to the conscious awareness of none of that is true. And you decide who you want to be.
That was the influence of the world around us, period. And don't take it personal.
Yes.
Everybody went through the same thing. But what we're saying is raise up and understand that when you're created by God, you are not created to suffer.
Yes.
You were created to believe that you can do whatever needs to be done in your life.
Yes.
So it's singular in that sense. Because they can't create a new you because they don't agree with you. Only you can create. So we're saying just back up the truck, drop the dump load, and just say, I have a free slate, and I'm going to start thinking consciously. Even if I don't know what I want, I just know I want change. And that alone opens the door huge. Yep. Because you will begin to see choices, and then you're in charge.
Yes.
Excuse me. You will do the choosing. Nobody will be choosing for you.
Yeah, that's huge. You have free will, free choice, and you get to take full charge of that. Yeah. So you get to decide what sticker book suits you and what you love and how to play with that. Nobody else gets to pin the tail on the donkey.
Yep.
Everyone have an amazing day. We will see you on the next one. If you have questions, if you want a video made on a topic you love, we would love to hear from you. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. We want to get everyone living from their hearts in true freedom and consciousness of who they are, because we love to see all the gifts within. Everyone have an amazing day, and we'll see you on the next one.
Have a good one.